Imagine for a moment that every thought you've ever had wasn't just some fleeting spark in your mind, but a force that actually shapes the reality around you. Science is beginning to uncover that this may not be just a philosophical idea or spiritual belief, but something rooted in the mysterious world of quantum physics. The strange phenomenon of quantum entanglement, once thought to be nothing more than a bizarre quirk of subatomic particles, might be the very key that proves your thoughts and intentions play a role in sculpting the universe you experience. To understand this, we need to take a step back into the foundations of modern physics. For centuries, science was grounded in the Newtonian worldview. Mechanical, predictable, and materialistic. Objects were separate from one another, and the universe was like a grand machine operating under strict physical laws. But when physicists looked deeper into the smallest building blocks of matter, they uncovered a world that defied logic. At the quantum level, particles didn't behave like solid billiard balls. They behaved more like clouds of probabilities, existing in multiple states at once until they were observed. This is where things began to get truly fascinating. One of the strangest discoveries was the concept of entanglement. When two particles become entangled, they remain connected no matter how far apart they are, whether a few inches or millions of miles. If you change something about one particle, the other instantly reflects that change as though they were communicating faster than the speed of light. Einstein himself called it spooky action at a distance, because it shattered the idea that space separates things in a fundamental way. In the quantum world, distance doesn't matter. Connection is instant, invisible, and absolute. Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. If particles can influence each other instantly across vast distances, what does that mean for the human mind? After all, our brains and bodies are made of atoms and particles too. Could it be that our thoughts, which are essentially patterns of electrical and chemical activity in the brain, ripple outward and entangle with the world around us? Many scientists and thinkers are beginning to believe that consciousness itself might be more than just a byproduct of biology. It could be a fundamental part of reality, inseparable from the quantum field. Consider this: in countless experiments, particles don't choose a definite state until they are observed. It's as if the act of measurement, the attention of a conscious observer, collapses all the infinite possibilities into one reality. This suggests that consciousness is not passive. It plays a participatory role in shaping what becomes real. If that's true on the level of particles, why not on the level of everyday life? Could it be that the universe itself is entangled with human thought, waiting to respond to the patterns we project into it? Think about your own experiences. Have you ever noticed how when you focus intensely on something, a dream, a goal, or even a fear, life seems to rearrange itself to match that focus? You begin to notice opportunities, connections, and coincidences that align perfectly with what's on your mind. Skeptics call this selective attention, but quantum entanglement offers a deeper explanation. It could be that your thoughts are not just noticing reality, but actively co-creating it. Your consciousness is entangled with the web of existence, nudging probabilities into the outcomes you expect, fear, or believe in most strongly. Stories throughout history echo this truth. Inventors who visualized breakthroughs long before they occurred. Athletes who envisioned victory so clearly that their bodies seemed to obey the script they wrote in their minds. Ordinary people who held unwavering belief in something against all odds, only to see it manifest in ways that defied logic. Were these mere coincidences, or were they demonstrations of thought entangling with the very fabric of reality? Of course, science is cautious. The mainstream will say we haven't yet proven that human thought can influence quantum systems at will. But slowly, cracks are forming in that wall of skepticism. Experiments have shown that intention and focused observation seem to alter the behavior of particles, even in controlled environments. In some studies, people meditating with strong intent produced measurable shifts in random number generators. Tiny effects, yes, but effects nonetheless. If the mind can ripple into machines and particles, what's to stop it from rippling into the rest of reality? This is where perspective becomes everything. If you go through life believing your thoughts are meaningless, you live like a spectator, powerless, drifting, and reactive. But if you embrace the idea that your thoughts are entangled with the universe, you step into the role of creator. Every belief, every expectation, every image you hold in your mind becomes a seed planted in the quantum field. Over time, those seeds grow into experiences, opportunities, and outcomes. The question isn't whether you're influencing reality. You already are. The real question is, are you doing it consciously or unconsciously? Imagine waking up each day knowing that the thoughts you choose to hold are not just whispers in your head, but blueprints for the life unfolding before you. Imagine recognizing that fear and doubt are just as powerful as hope and faith, each entangling with reality to bring about the scenarios you focus on. Suddenly, mindfulness is not just a wellness practice. It's a tool for shaping existence itself. Gratitude becomes more than just a mood booster. It becomes a frequency that tunes your entangled field to attract more reasons to be grateful. This is the empowering lesson hidden within the strange world of quantum entanglement. It's not that the universe is some mystical genie granting random wishes. It's that reality is a mirror, responding to the entangled patterns of consciousness. When you realize this, you stop waiting for life to change and start shaping it from within. You become more intentional with your thoughts, more disciplined with your focus, and more courageous in holding a vision for what you want, even when the outer world seems to contradict it. The skeptics will always say it's too magical, too unscientific. But remember, every breakthrough once sounded like fantasy. Electricity was once impossible. Flying machines were once ridiculous. Splitting the atom was once unthinkable. The truth is that the universe doesn't care what we believe. It only cares how deeply we engage with it. If consciousness really is part of the quantum fabric, then your mind is far more powerful than you've ever been told. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling in negative thoughts, remember that you may be entangling with a future you don't want. And when you catch yourself dreaming boldly, remember that those dreams are not fantasies. They are blueprints. They are vibrations in the field, reaching out, entangling with possibilities, and waiting for your persistence to collapse them into reality. Quantum entanglement shows us that nothing is truly separate, not particles, not people, not thoughts and reality itself. We are woven into the same fabric, influencing and being influenced at every moment. The lesson is clear: guard your thoughts, nurture your vision, and believe with conviction. Because in the quantum universe, what you think doesn't just matter, it creates matter.